So what I'm going to talk about to you guys is incredible. It is absolutely remarkable. I think right now Elon has a little bit of a breathing space because the spotlight has moved away from his Twitter drama over to the midterms, right? Everyone's talking about politics, but it surely will come back because Twitter is still collapsing right in front of our eyes. Now, I'm a heavy Twitter user. I use this platform way too much, but what's currently going on is the funniest thing that I've seen in a while, right? Twitter is like the worst version of a cesspool that it's ever been. And Elon is tweeting, Twitter usage is at an all-time high, LOL. It's going really well, right? Like everyone's like, no, Elon, this is not the right type of usage. That, you don't want this kind of usage. The reason why its usage is currently at an all-time high is because people are like taking the platform apart, okay? It's like saying, well, on January 6th, the amount of visitors in the Capitol was at an all-time high. It's like, yeah, if you want to call them visitors, that's true, but that's not a good thing to boast. It's a weird flex, bro. You can't flex like that. Meanwhile, Elon has implemented his $8 checkmarks. Anyone can now go to Twitter and say, well, I'm going to pay $8 to be verified. And we're already seeing some of the most beautiful results coming out of that implementation. For example, tweets like this, right? Nintendo of America with a blue checkmark. Yeah, I'm sure Nintendo is not too happy about that happening, and the account is called Nintendoofus. I'm sure nobody missed that, seeing that tweet in their timeline. They're like, yeah, that looks kind of official. Here's another example. Valve Software. We're excited to unveil Ricochet Neon Prime, our next competitive platform, this Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Can't wait to see you all on the grid with specific graphic and the Valve logo and all that. 1,300 people like that. But yeah, Twitter Blue is designed to combat spam, bots, and misinformation. So then Elon was like, hold on, okay, this is the problem. We can't have this, obviously. People impersonating other companies. Nobody could have seen this coming. This is totally unexpected. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to introduce a second checkmark, okay, that now confirms that the account is actually verified. So for example, here's the Marcus Brownlee account, and he's saying, look, there's now a second checkmark underneath that kind of now does what the first checkmark did. And it also kind of makes the other checkmark completely obsolete. And I wonder at what point he's also going to sell like that checkmark for $10 a month and then have another checkmark underneath that then says verified official or something like this. Anyway, that lasted for about 6-7 hours because here's an update. It's now gone. And Elon replies, yeah, I just killed it. Like he literally 8 hours down the road or whatever, he killed it again. He's like, Steve, implement the second official checkmark. Steve's like, okay, I'm going to have to implement it, like working through 2-3 days, sleeping in the office, working extremely hard to make it happen. It goes live. Oh, I don't like it anymore. Steve, take it out. And Steve has to remove it again. Furthermore, Elon said in an interview, and I'm sure you've seen the clip by now, that if you don't pay $8 for your verified checkmark, your replies and your tweets will be buried under all those other checkmarked and verified accounts, because clearly anyone who's not willing to pay $8 for their account must be a bot. Okay, only idiots and bots would not pay for that checkmark, as we've just seen with that Valve tweet and that Nintendo tweet. And obviously the complete opposite is true, right? Like spam accounts will purchase blue checkmarks to buy themselves some credibility, while most real users will refuse to do so because it's stupid. So that will lead to less interesting content. It will fill your timeline with loads of like verified spam accounts that just try to sell you some BS that you don't want to see, but they pay for having their tweet above your tweet. The platform with that over time will become less relevant. And basically Twitter becomes pay to win, right? If you pay, your voice will be louder than other voices. And it's the exact opposite of freedom of speech, right? Which is the original claim that Elon had when he bought that platform. He's like, it's going to be all about freedom of speech. And now he's implementing features that are doing the exact opposite, because from the beginning, he had no idea what he's talking about and he had no idea what he was doing. He just stumbled into this mess, and now he's presented with something that he paid $44 billion for, and he's struggling to somehow make it profitable and somehow make it work. It is an absolute disaster. We've already seen that advertisers are leaving the platform because obviously not just trolls and spam accounts are verifying their account now and pushing out ads. Also like really toxic accounts like Libs of TikTok and so on are now all verifying their accounts and receiving a gateway to be misogynistic, be transphobic, have hardcore anti-Semitic speech with verified accounts on Twitter. So obviously advertisers are leaving, also celebrities are leaving. Whoopi Goldberg made a dedicated video in which she said why she's leaving. Toni Braxton left the platform. Marina Sirtis left the platform, who was previously very, very active on Twitter. I always enjoyed her content, to be honest. She's the actress who portrayed Troy in The Next Generation. Also, in the vein of Elon saying like that comedy is now allowed on Twitter again, which lasted for a few hours, he now said that going forward, saying F Elon Musk without clearly specifying parody will result in a permanent suspension. So obviously, several people used that as an invitation. So we had lovely tweets from people like Ethan Klein from 8383 Productions, who changed his nickname to Elon Musk, right? He made it very clear it's a parody account. Every reply to one of these tweets read, "This is a parody account, let it be known, okay? I'm just making a parody." And even the header in his account was changed to parody account, and the description said parody account. Not good enough, because it didn't say parody account in your handle, okay? So his account got permanently suspended. There are a few more, like for example, Kathy Griffin, comedian, also got suspended from Twitter because she didn't make it clear enough that it's just a parody account. Meanwhile now, with the blue checkmark, as we've seen, everyone is invited to name themselves Nintendo of America and tweet under that nickname until they get banned, obviously. But the damage at that point has been done. You know, they get 5, 6, 10 tweets out with a verified checkmark. People see it in their timelines. But impersonating Elon Musk, ooh, you can't do that. You're going to get permanently suspended immediately for that. So it is blatantly obvious, if you look at this chaos currently going on, that Elon is in way over his head, okay? He has no idea what he's doing. Because, you know, you gotta understand, like, if you're heading a big tech corporation, I don't know, whether it's Google or Facebook or anything like that, any huge tech corporation, and if you're like a decision maker, you come up with an idea, like that second official checkmark or something like that, you let it marinate for a few days. You sleep over it. You discuss it with your team. Because companies like Twitter, all these big tech companies, they've got very, very smart strategists working for them, and they can run scenarios, okay? They can go through different scenarios, how this will go. Is it a good idea? Could it possibly backfire? You're evaluating the possible outcomes of a decision like that. Elon doesn't do that, okay? He's like eating his lunch, he's biting into his burrito, and he's like, dude, I got a great idea. We do a second check mark. And then instead of talking to his team, he just tweets about it. There's no filter, okay? Just puts it out there, and then the same afternoon, he tries his best to implement it immediately. He doesn't think about it, he doesn't consider it, he just does. And it exposes him as a complete idiot. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. You can't say it any more nicely. He's just making so dumb decisions without thinking about it. I give you another example. I'm sure you heard that he laid off 50 to 75% was like the number floating around of Twitter staff, right? So he just laid them off. And the way he laid them off was he just deactivated their email accounts. So if you are a Twitter employee and you go in the morning, try to log into your email, and your account has been deactivated, that means you're fired. If your account is still going, that means you're still part of the team. Problem with that is that after firing and laying off these people, Elon realized that he needs some of them because they have a specific expertise that he would need to implement new features that he now wants. So he has officially asked some of the fired workers to please come back. Okay, because you were laid off by mistake. It's just a mistake, guys. Yeah, you were laid off, but we didn't mean it. Can you please come back and implement this new feature for us? And as a result of that and of the unusual way how they were fired, some of these ex-employees are now suing Twitter because you can't just deactivate someone's email account in the morning and that's how you tell them they are fired, okay? That doesn't comply with US federal law. You got to give employees a certain lead time and make it very clear that they've been fired. You've got a month to go or something like that. So he literally broke the law and Twitter is being sued on top of all this mess as well now. I'm not a legal expert, obviously, like take this with a grain of salt, but the way this sounds to me, it sounds like they've got a pretty good chance of winning that case because you just can't do that. You know, Elon is not above the law. He might think that he is, but he's not. And in other great news regarding some of the other companies that Elon is heading, like for example Tesla, can report that Tesla stock is getting absolutely crushed. Okay, this tweet, you can see the trend there, shows the stock at an all-time low. However, this tweet is what, a few days ago? 2 days ago at this point. Looking at Tesla stock today, it's losing another 7.17%. So if you look at the 1 year trend, oh God, that fall off back here. However, Elon is like, I don't care, okay? I need money right now. I'm desperate, guys. I don't care about the price of Tesla stock. I need cash in hand. So he just sold 19.5 million Tesla shares worth almost $4 billion. And if that doesn't paint a portrait of a man who's like insanely desperate for money at this point, then I don't know what is, man. I mean, I can literally see him sweating in his office, like trying to send funny tweets, trying to keep up with the stuff. He's like, oh, I kind of need money. Let me sell some Tesla stock. In the meantime, Twitter competitor Mastodon has reportedly gained over 230,000 new users in the wake of Musk's buyout, while MIT reports that Twitter already lost over 1 million users since Elon's takeover. Now, 1 million users for Twitter is probably not the end of the world, and Elon's tweeting himself, Twitter's growing super fast. I hope it continues. It's going really well, guys. Everything is going really well. We're growing like crazy, and we're at an all-time high in regards to usage. So all this is not looking good. So people have started the famous lettuce countdown, okay? Who's gonna last longer, Elon or Twitter? Or the lettuce. They've done the same thing with the ex-prime minister of the United Kingdom, right? It very much looked like she would lose her position. And I think she lost against the lettuce. The lettuce won. Can the lettuce win this epic battle as well? To be confirmed. But to be honest with you, I think it's got pretty good chances. Who will last longer? The lettuce or Elon? Leave your thoughts on that down in the comment section below. This story is absolute insanity. Okay, it doesn't get funnier than that, in my opinion. It is just ridiculous. It is like a 6-year-old managing a giant tech company that just cost him $44 billion. Okay, that's what it is. And we're witnessing it live on Twitter because there's no filter. And Elon tweets every single thought that he has out to the world so people can participate in it. So, man, I don't know what to say. This is not over. We're going to do more videos about this, I'm sure, because it's just going to get better from here. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. You can also subscribe to the channel for more videos. I'd hope to see you in another one. Take care of yourselves, and I'm out. Bye.